More importantly, will you still be sending us a job when we get to the ripe old age of 64? Well, joining us now is Peter Cook, who is an author, an entrepreneur, and the founder of a company called Career Extenders. Welcome to What She Said, Peter.
Thank you.
So this is your third business targeted at seniors. You must like us older people.
Well, it's a growing market. I'm with it, too.
So tell us about this particular company, Career Extenders. Most of us are familiar with Seniors for Seniors.
Yes. Well, Career Extenders, I ran into a lot of fellows and women as well who are retired. They say it's not really built, it's not what it's built to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, after a while, you can renovate your house, you can, paint your basement, whatever. But after a while, you sort of miss that sense of purpose. Mm-hmm. In life, and you used to hate going to meetings. Now you say, "Gee, I'd like to go to a meeting." And so people either get bored, and that's why I indeed started this business, because I could see there was lots of us who wanted something to do, and we're older, but we're just as good as ever.
In fact, better than ever we've been.
Well,
in
right.
many cases, more experience, better empathy, better at things like human resources. So how does the company work?
Well, what happens is we have a membership fee basis, and the candidates looking for work pay $100 for 6 months. Employers pay $600 for 6 months. We try to match them up. And we started about 5 weeks ago, and so far we're swamped with orders from businesses. The big hang-up when I started was, would employers play ball? Mm-hmm. Because lots of people were looking for work. I mean, altogether, never mind you're over 50. It turns out that our demand has swamped our supply, and which I find quite extraordinary. A lot of people calling up looking for IT specialists, receptionists, bookkeepers, accountants. My
husband signed up because he said he wants a part-time accountant. He doesn't need a full-time one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the jobs will be on contract basis too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so you've got some heavy-duty corporate types, and you've got just ordinary persons who worked at Bell for 42 years.
Shh.
Uh-oh.
34.
And they want something to do. I mean, unfortunately, some of them need the income to pay the rent.
Or their hydro bill.
Or their hydro bill, yes.
The public perspective would be that there is rampant ageism.
Oh, yeah.
But you're saying, really, what you're telling us says that isn't so, that people are quite prepared to hire older people.
Well, employers don't hate older people. They just never think of hiring them. Mm-hmm. So when they see that there's something to offer, or people are being offered who are over 50, I had one fellow call up the other day, an IT firm. He says, these millennials, you owe them something when they walk on the door. Forget it. Give me somebody mature and can really have that work ethic. Mm-hmm. And my garage mechanic, he says, I don't like the guys right out of school. They think they know everything, and they know nothing. Mm-hmm. And he says, give me a nice 50-year-old, 60-year-old mechanic. He says, bang, 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 the job's done.
Mm-hmm. I love the way you rank them. I mean, for a start, you need to be a minimum age of 50.
Yes.
But 50 to 55 has 1 star. Growing up is hard to do. 55 to 60, 2 star. Been there, done that. 60 to 65, 3 star, if I knew then. And 65 plus is a 4 star. The more things change. Is it true the more they stay the same?
Oh, yeah. I've seen it. I'm 77. So I've seen it all, and not much really changes. Some of the issues for temporarily dip in and dip out of the horizon, but generally speaking, it's all the same.
So now that you're swamped by businesses wanting to hire, here you are getting the word out that you're looking for candidates to apply. And how much again did you say it was for 6 months?
It's $100
for 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's a couple of coffees a week.
That's right. It's nothing. And the way we're going, I mean, it's going to be very successful.
Are you going to be able to keep up with it, though? Because the influx, I think, of boomers, we've been talking about this before, who then after 6 months say, I'm bored. I do want to do something.
Yes.
Are you prepared for that?
Yes, I am, because I think that the more you make businesses aware, the more demand will increase, too. Mm-hmm. Like right now, if they go to any agency, they'll never be offered a person over 50. And try getting a job if you're over 39. So
you're
by offering
preaching
that,
to the choir here.
Right.
I mean, many businesses are getting rid of people
that's right,
at a very young age.
Yes, because they're the most expensive ones and all that. But I think what can happen is that the businesses are going to become more and more aware of how much talent is out there and being underutilized. So that'll offset the increase in supply.
So what do we need to do? Say we wanted to apply, and
Yeah.
we've paid our $100. Would we give you a resume? What happens?
No, what
there?
you do is a profile of what you're looking for, your skills, and your geographical location.
Sounds like a dating profile for work.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll use that.
Okay, go ahead. I'll send you the bill.
Oh,
Oh dear.
so what they do is they see the employers see the profiles and say, okay, now I want to see your resume, and then
I
the
see.
normal process goes on from there.
Generally, do you find people are looking for part-time? Is it a couple of days a week, a few hours a day?
I would have thought it'd
Few
be
months.
contract. I would have thought it'd be contract,
Yeah.
part-time. But so far, there's no pattern. I mean, it's full-time. We got jobs for full-time, part-time, and contract. So I can't see the pattern so far.
So which fields, which areas are you needing the most?
Accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm a chartered accountant, so that works out for me. But yeah, it's funny. Most of the jobs are accountants.
And that's what I said. My husband said he wanted he just doesn't need a full-time person.
That's
He's a
right.
part-time person to do it.
That's right. Some very heavy-duty dudes. You know, some of these people have been around the block several times, and they're really good at what they do. And they just say, well, give me something to do. I'll take a contract. It's perfect for me. Other people, like I say, some people need the income, and so they want permanent full-time. So it's a vibrant market, and I see my job as expanding that market and keeping a lot of people off the streets.
Now, do you think there's going to be a backlash from millennials, kids that are graduating from school?
We've already had that.
Have you?
Yeah.
What happened?
A 45-year-old called up, and he's all upset. Because he says,
Ageism. The other way.
Yeah.
I love it.
He says, I'm too old for everybody else.
Yeah, well, that's
And
true.
for you,
I'm too young,
Yeah.
right?
So, but you got to cut the line somewhere, you know.
I don't know. I'm beginning to think 45 is probably the line, though, these days, because particularly with women, more and more we're seeing, we used to, hear the click-clack of younger, higher heels coming down the hallways behind us at 50, but now I'm hearing, certainly in the media business, it is 45.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, we could move it down, but we got enough to handle us right now to keep us busy.
So what is the problem with ageism in the workplace? So
Well,
the people who come to work for you get paid less than they would than the people that are being fired?
I would think that'll happen, yes. Because a lot of cases it's their supplemental income, and it's, and that sort of thing. So I think that'll happen, but I don't sell it on a discount basis.
No.
But I just say you're getting real value for your money.
Now, what do you review?
You also won't have any wrongful dismissal lawsuits.
Oh, that's true.
In the future, a 93-year-old will go to sue his employer for age discrimination.
Now, I
If
suppose
they
you
let
have
him go
to
at 93.
you have to put some safeguards in place for both employees and employers.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Did you approve all the applications
we
before?
approved
You
them
just
all.
can't. It's not like a Kijiji thing. You can just go on
No.
and do it. You have to.
No.
You go through them all.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And so, how do people actually connect with you?
Well, we've been advertising pretty heavily, but we have a website called careerextenders.ca, and all the information is in there, the forms to fill out and all that. And as soon as they do the profile, then they're in the game, and the employers can then go in and check the profiles and ask for the resumes and go through the normal hiring process.
So generally speaking, how quickly do they get a job?
It can be 3 days.
Really?
And it could be 3 years. Some people say, well, if I pay my $100, is there any guarantee? So I say, if you want a guarantee, buy a toaster.
Not even. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in
My
and
pleasure.
telling us about this. And keep on opening businesses aimed at seniors, because it seems you do very well with them.
Yes, you do.
It's worked out well so far.
This is what she said on The Jewel. We'll be right back. Stay with us.